Hello everyone. Today we'll be looking at a Wemo Mini setup. This is a switch, wireless controlled switch from Wemo, and I'll be trying to set it up, and we'll be going through some troubleshooting steps. The setup is fairly simple, but if you have multiple networks at your home that you work with, I think it's a little tricky and you may run into some issues. Okay, as soon as the switch boots up and it starts blinking white and orange, which means it's ready for setup, I'm going to look for the Wemo Mini. That's the only Wemo Mini, and once I connect to the Wemo Mini, I launch the Wemo app. I have a few other Wemos in the home, and I'm evaluating Wemo and a few other home automation products for my new home. They'll be ready in a couple of months, and I'll call this Wemo fan, and I set it to not remember my Wi-Fi settings, so that I go through the whole setup for the viewers. And as soon as I start pairing, it's very similar to Alexa or Google Chromecast. And I pick up my wireless and let me enter my password.
There's one item on your shopping list. Leave at 5:40 p.m.
Okay, once I enter the password, I hit join, and sometimes during this stage here, instead of joining, the Wemo in the background, if you see, the Wemo started a steady white, as in it connected to the network, the credentials of which I gave it, and in the foreground in the app you see that the Wemo connected to the same network that I asked the actual Wemo device to connect to, luckily in this case. But in another case, my Wemo connected to my second network, which is a different network that I use for work, and in those cases it is stuck in the previous green screen. In those cases I just have to kill the app and relaunch the Wemo, and it shows me the Wemo. As you can see, I can control the Wemo, and I think they improved a few things in the latest firmware. The latest firmware right now is 11010, but the earlier firmwares were a little flaky with wireless, with one of my wireless routers. Okay, thank you. And the states, whenever it starts blinking amber, it means it's having trouble connecting to the Wi-Fi, but whenever it's white, it means on. Whenever there is no LED, it means it's in off state. And when it comes to remote access, if you see, it's connected to my wireless. So sometimes all of my Wemos behave as if they are uncontrollable, or they're not available, but I know from the LED state that they're all connected to my network. And when I go here, it looks like my phone app is hooked up to a different network, which is my second network. In those cases, I just forget and disable remote access, but beware, that will disable the remote access, which means you cannot control your Wemos outside your home anymore. In those cases, all of the Wemos start showing up again, which means they are just discovered locally using one of their protocols, I guess, local protocols. And yeah, make sure you accept the firmware upgrade whenever you have an upgrade available. And yeah, so whenever you're discovering and controlling your Wemos using the local protocol, it's pretty responsive. If it is taking too long, it means the app is going through the remote connectivity. Thank you.